So how has COVID's kind of been good for your business because it made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been bad for your business in any ways? Has it made it more difficult to get your products out there?
I don't think so, because I think we're coming out of it now.
Yeah.
So in terms of face-to-face meetings, like going and seeing people, that's definitely lifted, and it's easier to have a conversation face-to-face than it is online, especially when you're meeting people for the first time. I think the other really good thing about COVID is that there are so many babies being born. Suddenly the market has just exploded. So no, when I went to my doctor and I was like, I'm pregnant, they were like, you and everybody else in Singapore.
You're not special, join the queue.
Sorry, you're not special, we're very, very busy. All this circuit breaker, they were like, nothing else to do. I mean, you know what happened. True. So I know that there are a lot of babies around. So
great.
I don't feel like it's really affected this part of the business.
Yeah.
Certainly my speaking and facilitation, it definitely affected that. Even that's starting to come back now with online work.
Okay, so you can do your job, you can do your coaching online.
Yeah.
And how does that, is that good for you, as in, do you like that? Because I know some
Great being pregnant.
It's
a big advantage.
I don't have to leave my house.
I know.
Yeah.
I've always done a lot of online webinars anyway.
Okay.
So for me, it wasn't such a scramble to adapt when everything went online. I think initially everyone was like, no, just cancel everything. This is only going to be a couple of months and then we'll pick back up.
Yeah.
And as time's gone on and people have realised that it's actually not a temporary thing and it's going on way longer than we thought it would, they have shifted to online a bit more.
Okay.
Like I say, I've done online training for a long time and didn't have to change much, but the advantage is normally I would travel quite a lot for work. Obviously can't at the minute. So there's been a lot of advantages to running things online from home.
Yeah.
And most of the customers I have don't even know I'm pregnant because obviously everything's shows up.
Yeah.
So I stood up on a call after one discussion to get some water and they were like, whoa, where did that come from? I've been hiding it. But it's just one of those things that it's just the timing's worked out really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely the advantage is being able to go into a room, deliver the webinar, switch everything up and be like, finished. There's no setting up, there's no carrying bags around, there's no getting to a venue, there's no being on your feet,
getting lost as well, like all those kind of things that waste time.
Absolutely.
That you're not going to get back, and is time away from your daughter.
Absolutely. And what's lovely is literally you stop the webinar and you come out and there she is and I get time with her, which is fantastic.
And how does it, is she quite good at, is she a bit too young to kind of know when mummy's working?
Oh no, she comes and bangs on the door. She does it with me and she does it with my husband as well. So she'll come and bang on the door and she just wants a little bit of like, hi, how are you? We have a little chat and then she heads back off and toddles back to play.
She's got other things to do.
Yeah, she's very busy.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice. Like she got back in this morning and the first thing she was come and bang on the door and come and find me. And then once she's done that, she's like really not bothered.
Yeah, she just wants you to know her presence is there.
That's it. Like she's like, I'm back now.
Yeah.
But she's only 14 months. So yeah, it's nice that she can kind of wander around and know that we're here.
Definitely.
And I think as well, you know, in terms of spending time with her, for COVID, my husband would normally travel 50% of the time. Obviously he's had all of that cancelled. So all of those milestones that he normally would have missed, he's seen. You know, just the kind of come out for a coffee and she's there, and you come out for lunch and she's there.
Yeah.
So it's not just hitting the milestone, but I'm thinking about when like she learned to crawl, and it was a good few weeks of lead up of you could see how it was developing, and he got to see
this
all that
for a while.
Yes, and we had the kind of baby yoga, downward dog in the cot whenever she was supposed to be asleep. That went on for a while.
And you were just pulling out the sleep through the night card, and then you had to put it back in.
You know what? We did that, and we were like, yes, cracked it. Sleeps through the night. No, that doesn't carry on.
She's like, till my next sleep, Mum.
Yeah, exactly. She's like lulling us into a false sense of security. But no, while there's been rubbish things with COVID from other people, I think we've been quite grateful in terms of the benefits it has given us in terms of spending time with her. And it's quite a nice time to be pregnant in Singapore because you can't travel anyway, so you don't feel like you're missing out on anything really.
and life is almost as normal here.
It is.
I think we're so used to the restrictions. Like since it's been the rule of 8, I don't think I've been in a 8 people because I'm so used to just the small groups. I'm quite okay with it now.
Yeah, it's quite nice. And I have to say, like the 10:30 curfew. I mean, you're obviously not drinking anyway because I'm pregnant.
So
but all the parents I know are like secretly loving that 10:30 curfew because they're like, oh, we can't stay out. What a shame. Just have to go home and sleep. That's a pity, isn't it?
Bed by 11.
Yeah, quite loving it. So yeah, I think Singapore's done a brilliant job of handling it.
Yeah.
And certainly being pregnant here, you feel very safe. I think you don't feel like you're at imminent risk of catching anything. You feel like you can go out and have a meal or visit friends and it's okay.
Definitely.
So,
And I don't think the same can be said in the UK. I think there's a lot of fear of people kind of stay away from me.
No, like everyone just stay away and just stay at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank goodness we're here and not there.
Very grateful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so jumping back to Tiny Tot, so you are on Etsy. You just mentioned that you have an Etsy shop.
I do.
And so how does that work? If I'm on my laptop at home and I put my order through, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, well, I get a notification that someone has had the good taste to buy these milestone cards, either for themselves or as a gift for a friend. So as long as it's a working day, what we do is basically package them up, send them out within a day, possibly 2 days. Singpost has shown me that they arrive within a day or 2 as well.
Right.
So once you've hit buy, you normally should receive them within about 4 days. So it's really good, especially if you've got like a last minute baby shower, whatever you're thinking, what do we get for the mum to be? It's pretty quick. So yeah, it's very straightforward in terms of the ordering process from a customer point of view. Yeah, we just wanted to make it as easy as possible, basically. So sticking with Etsy, and I think Etsy's that marketplace, isn't it, where people will look and think, oh, it's brilliant, like let's have a look at something a bit different.
Absolutely.
And if you are after a gift for a friend, we've also got these lovely gift cards.
Oh yes.
I have to zoom in. I'll send a picture so you can see the close up. So I can write a nice little gift message, and they can be delivered straight to whoever your gift is.
So if you're especially running late.
Yes, exactly. So if you are super not organised, this is all to help with the organisation.
That's really helpful.
Makes it easy,
right? And so looking to the future, would you look to get them into shops and things like that, or do you think it's much easier doing everything online?
I think there's advantages of doing things online, but I think to have them in shops, I mean, Pwrmums have them in their centre, because we did our prenatal course with Tash at Pwrmums, so she's very excited about them. She has them available in her office centre.
Oh, and that would suit her. I'm a big Pwrmums fan. That would suit their aesthetic quite nicely because there's a lot of black and white stuff in there.
Yes, exactly. So so they're there, and certainly just a case for me of reaching out to shops and saying, got these available. The thing that differentiates them from other milestone cards is that we've got everything in there. So we started off thinking, Singapore milestone cards, and then we were like, we had these different sets, and didn't all match on the photos. When you put them all together, you want them to look, aesthetically pleasing, and it didn't. So we were like, you know what, make it easy. Just have a full set of cards, everything you need. So ages, actions, celebrations, Singapore stuff, a few lockdown cards, checklists. We feel like we've covered everything, but if we haven't, I'm sure that people can let us know. We can add those in.
I have an idea. I think a Singlish volume 2 would be quite funny as well.
Oh, nice. I like that.
I'll take 10% of the revenue.
It's a fair deal. We can work with that.
And I like the fact that they're black and white. So whose idea was that?
Whose idea was that?
Take the credit.
I think that was mine. My husband's not here, so I think that was my idea. One thing that we definitely noticed when we were taking photographs with the cards were that a lot of them, the writing didn't show up very well, or the pictures didn't show up, or there was a shine and a reflection, which when you live somewhere sunny, it's not so much at the minute, but normally it's not great. So definitely having the black and white cards, there's the advantage of they're gender neutral. One of my friends pointed out that she really likes that it matches whatever outfit you've got the baby wearing.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, there you go.
My number one reason to buy them.
There you go. So it coordinates with whatever they're wearing. But because it's a matte finish on the cards, and because they are black and white, they photograph really, really well outdoors as well. So they do show up very nicely, which is...
because I guess you could have all of the Art Science Museum, MBS, but if the photo just looks like a piece of paper, then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
So you've actually thought through those things.
Yes, and tested it out as well. So, the other thing we've got, it's funny, I asked my mum's group about this, and I was like, ask your husbands as well. So anything that's a non-age card also has a date bar on the bottom.
Right.
So you've got the option of writing the date when it happened. And that was very much my husband being like, no, we need a date on. All the mums were like, I mean, you could, it'd be great. All of the dads were like, amazing, yes, date, we need that. So just in terms of the market research, it's funny how that worked out. The dads were like, let's have that. Because we definitely, people would say to us, oh, how old was she when she rolled over? And we were like, scrolling back, trying to find the date stamp on the photos. It was just such a hassle.
Yeah.
So having that there is quite nice.
That is quite nice.
You can remember.
Do you know why mums? Because mums realise that they forget to take the photo on the exact day, so they're taking it like the timestamp. It's like you're lying.
I know. That's it. Just rename the photo, but you can put an update on the written date as well. So in that way, easier than changing the file name on the photograph.
That's
so
true.
There you go.
Yeah.
All about making it easy for everyone to use.
Yeah, I like it. And so, from a building the business point of view, do you have big worldwide dreams?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I love the fact that we've got these like city-specific cards, and a few of my friends in different places have already said, "Oh, you know what? We quite like that."
Yeah, come on, Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Opera House, yes, exactly. Or First Greg's in Newcastle.
I think sausage rolls.
As iconic as the Sydney Opera House.
It's not more.
Well, quite possibly.
Anyone British is going to be like, what's Greg's? You should find that.
It's an institution, I recommend that you Google it. But there's definitely the potential there. So we're really excited to see how it's going to go and how it will take off here, and then think about where we could expand to. Yeah, for sure.
I definitely think a lot of the quirky shops here that have like the Singapore specific stuff, they're going to lap it up because it's something different.
Yeah, it is. It really is different, and I think it's just one of those things that you don't necessarily realise you're looking for it until you find it. So the more I can have this online, the more I can tell people about it, the more I can have it stocked in shops, the better. Because as I say, it's not until you've been a parent that you go, this is what we really needed.
Yeah.
And the cards were all basically designed around things that when we were using milestone cards, were like, we would like this or we would like that, or wouldn't it be better if?
Yeah.
So just through our own research and use them. Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
And who did the designs?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can't believe I almost forgot to ask that question. So is that that's not really your background?
It's not my background at all, but it's just something that I've kind of fallen into, I think, having my own business. I've got very used to designing things like flyers and compliment slips and all those little bits and pieces, slides, for presentations, all the little bits and pieces that go along with that. So it was quite nice. I quite liked the relaxing, just sitting and tinkering away with that. So
little did you know that all of that background work in your career would lead to his first brunch card. The pinnacle.
The pinnacle. I feel like I peaked now. Yeah. I'm not sure there's anywhere else to go from here.
Tiny Tot Snapshots has hit where it's
hit
to the ceiling.
Peak amazing. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really enjoyed hearing a little bit more about kind of pre-Tiny Tots and Mummy Sarah as well as Tiny Tots, and I think they're an awesome product. So can't wait to hear more about them.
Excellent. Thank you.